Hello, my YouTube world. This is Johnny Mo coming to you with Motivational Monday on Tuesday. Woo! I had to do a lot of plowing yesterday. I want to talk to you today about your mindset. I want to talk to you about having the proper mindset. And listen, when you're in business or where you're climbing up the ladder, you're going to have haters. You're going to have people that just don't like you. They're going to talk bad about you. They're going to look at you funny. Every time you turn their back, they'll try to put a knife in it. Just straight up truth. They cannot stand success. Guys, you got to be able to move beyond what people say. You got to move beyond having bad days. You got to move beyond having a bad past. Because it's those excuses that'll stop you dead in your tracks. What do you mean by that? So, if you've had a bad past, and all the time, this is all you can say. It's just an excuse. You're saying, well, I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Therefore, I don't have the pedigree and the education to do what I need to do in business. Stop that. That's an excuse. You cannot change where you've been, but you can change where you're going. I have a list of top 10 quotes in my life, and that's one of them. That's number 3. I'm going to say it again. You cannot change where you've been, but you can change where you're going. Let me tell you something. So yesterday, it was a bad day of plowing, man. It was I made some rookie mistakes. I let the lots freeze. What happened was it snowed on Sunday, but the temperature was 32. So what happened was, when the temperature hit 32, the lots started to melt down a little bit. Well, I seen the temp was supposed to go down to about 20, and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm not going to clear those lots off because I don't want it to have a flash freeze. It backfired on me. So I go out there Monday morning to clear off the commercial lots. The first layer come off, the second layer didn't. It was a complete freaking mess. I had 4 hours to open up 7 places. My daughters had to be the bus at 8 o'clock, and my daughters had a 2-hour delay, but my wife didn't. So I had to be back home at 8 o'clock to put these kids on the bus. It's 4 o'clock. It's taking me twice as long. I'm kicking myself in the butt. And you know what? I had to stop because it wasn't doing anything. I was getting so stressed out. I had to stop what I was doing. I had to focus. Say, you know what? You're better than this. You made a mistake. You can't change it. Now move on. And you know what? It wasn't working. I get to the next lot. It was just as bad as the other lot. I'm like, oh, how could I do this? I'm sitting there. I'm snow blowing the sidewalks. And I also could think is like, oh, I messed up. I screwed up. Why did I do that? And I was getting myself so worked up. I felt my anxiety level getting up there. My heart started racing faster. And I had to say, stop it. It doesn't matter what all the other guys said. It doesn't matter that all the other lots look better than yours right now. You got to stop yourself. I can't change a decision I made on Sunday. I can't change it. I need to move forward. So I had to stop. I had to stop, get in the truck, and I had to close my eyes, and I did this. I took a deep breath. I breathed in, and I breathed out. I went like this, went. All right, stop. You screwed up. How are we going to fix it going forward? What are we going to do? So I sat there, and I said, okay, I'm going to get the first layer cleaned off. I'm going to salt it. I'll come back in an hour, and I'll hit it again. So I went, I got everything I needed to get done, and here's what happened. I was so stressed out, so afraid I wasn't going to make opening time. But see, this is the stuff, we get so stressed out, and we find so many excuses, and why we're failures, and why we're this, and why we're that. The sun popped out. It wasn't supposed to pop out, but it popped out, and it helped melt down the lots. I looked like I was a genius. Something else I did to change my mindset. I had this change. I was so defeated in my mindset. It was affecting me emotionally and physically. My heart started racing because I was stressing to get these lots open. There's so much competition around here. You could have a lot here. The lot next door is looking beautiful. The lot's clear, and you've got ice on your lots. And there's so much competition for snow removal. You're like, man, I don't need another reason, for them to change company. You say, oh, they wouldn't do that. Listen, when you have very high snow rates in a year, they start paying big bills, they'll start bidding you out. The first place you're going to look is next door. Say next door, they were out the day before, they cleared all the lots, all they do is come by in the morning and salt them all down. I thought that the temperature was going to be enough that they wouldn't freeze, but they froze and it was so hard. That was a mistake. So what I did, I had to sit in the truck and I remind myself of who I am. That's right, man. I pat myself on the back. You're like, you're arrogant. Yeah, you're full of yourself. No. Listen, man. If I let my mind get a hold of me, it'll tell me I'm the ugliest, I'm the fattest, I'm the most stupid. But let me tell you something. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to use excuses to hold me back. Oh, you have red hair and freckles. Oh, you were born in the projects. Your mommy was poor. Your daddy was poor. Your whole family's poor. You're going to be poor. No! I had to sit there and I sat and I was like, you know what? I just had to sit there for a moment and I just put the song on. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. I did. Yep. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met. That's right. You think you're crazy. Why'd you do that? I had to remind myself. Listen, man, sometimes you guys think this is a joke, man. They ain't no joke. I get up with the same insecurities that everyone else does. I just refuse to let my past dictate my future. I refuse to let my current state of mind destroy me. I refuse. I refuse that stuff. Guys, you got to get your mind right. You got to focus. You know what? I'm not going to be defeated. Man, that sun come out. I went back around to go do the lots. The sun started melting them down a little bit. Guy comes out and he says, Johnny, thank you so much. My lot looks beautiful. I was all fired up and worried about nothing. I had to remind myself who I am. Sometimes you got to sit in the mirror of life, no matter where you are. And you got to just look at your mirror. Who cares if someone says you're arrogant? They don't know where you've been, man. They don't know if you've been abused as a kid. They don't know if you were in 3rd grade living in the projects, if the next door neighbor took you in his house and raped you. You don't know that. You don't know where you've been. So don't worry about when people start telling you this and they start telling you that. And start, well, you're arrogant, you're fat, you're this, you're that. You know what I say? I'm simply the best. Yeah, I can't hear you. Why? Because my voice is louder. I'm the best. You're nothing. I'm the best. What'd you say? I can't hear you. Huh? I can't hear you. That's how you gotta do it. Huh? Are you talking to me? Huh? Simply the best, baby. It works. Change your mindset. Change your life. You're more than who you are. Quit living behind excuses. You're simply the best. You're simply the best you. Now stop hiding behind excuses. Stop hiding behind your past. Go. Every lot looked good. I made it home. Yeah, baby. Motivational Monday on Tuesday.